O'Shea and I been kicking it strong for a minute now. O'Shea doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. O'Shea is a professional model.
Attitude like a young O'Shea with an AK.
Okay, don't you tell these motherfuckers that my name is O'Shea.
Uptown, uptown. The N is for niggas, niggas. The L is for living, living. The V is for violent, violent. U is for uptown, uptown. The N is for niggas, niggas. The L is for living, living. The V is for violent, violent.
Before the Hot Boys took over the airwaves in the late 90s with Cash Money Records, UNLV was one of the first super groups out of New Orleans that helped build Cash Money Records. UNLV stands for Uptown Niggas Living Violent. The original members of the group were Lil Ya, Yafet Jones, Tech 9 Reginald Manuel, and Yellow Boy Albert Thomas. The Nation of Podcation sat down with Lil Ya to tell the entire story of UNLV, from growing up on the rough streets of New Orleans to meeting Brian "Birdman" Williams and Ronald "Slim" Williams and making their debut album Sixth and Barone, released in 1993 on Cash Money Records. Lil Ya tells the group's successes in the early 90s, turmoil between the group members, and the label. Lil Ya speaks on Tech 9 being arrested and also the untimely passing of Yellow Boy. There would be no Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Juvenile, and the other top Cash Money artists without the foundation that UNLV built. So let's listen in as Lil Ya tells the entire UNLV story.
You already know it's legendary Big Ya, you with me? UNLV's finest. And I'm ducked off cooling with my boy O'Shea on Nation of Podcation. You with me?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. So, like we always do, it's been like this, like an every month thing for us. You know what I'm saying? You are, a guest on this show always. So, how you been doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed, dog. Appreciate the doors open for your boy like that, man. You know.
Yes, sir. Tell me a little bit about your album, how it's doing, because like we was talking, behind the scenes or whatever, how your album was doing. Next time we going to get your artist up here. So tell me about how the album, the Pensacola album is. Pensacola album.
Pensacola album, right. It's doing dope. I mean, the numbers are crazy, and they're crazy to me simply because my core fan base are really just branching off into like the digital era, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, we throwing nice numbers. I mean, the check's nice, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and we constantly breaking different markets with it, and that's the good thing about it as well. You know what I'm saying? Aero, he's one of those artists that's very marketable in different type of areas. You with me? So when I bring this boy to different radio stations, they hear his story and see about, see what's happening with him, they automatically open the doors for me.
Yeah.
So the steam is actually, it's constantly picking up. You know what I mean? So I want to say, thanks to everybody that's bought it and people that's playing to buy it.
Facts.
You know
So I gotta ask you this.
You know how it go.
How does it feel because it's been a little while since you had like a #1 hit? How does it feel to be back at the top again?
Yeah, man. See, to be honest with you, bro, I mean, it's a damn good feeling, and it also feels like the first time we did it. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to, add like this ain't our first time going down, coming back up. I know
right.
The feeling, but to say the feeling is still like the same. Like damn, they done his hard work and got back to where you know what I'm saying, where nigga really supposed to be. You with me? So it feels good, man.
That's what's up. And
it's constantly open doors, and the gangster part about it all, shit, it's not UNLV product right now. It's me and my artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when Tech touched down, UNLV, how we coming with it, I mean, it's only gonna help. You know what I mean?
So you read my mind with that. That's where I was going with it after that. I was like, so how does it feel to do it without UNLV? More just you and your artist kind of doing your own thing.
It's no comparison, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a connection that me and Tech have, the chemistry that we have is like, I mean, it'll never be the same. You know what I'm saying? Even when Yellow was here, that's why we never replaced a third member for Yellow Boy, because it'll never be the same. There's no comparison. You know what I'm saying? But what I do like, and I do accept how the people are accepting him as well as my comeback with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a fool. It's working good, man.
Facts, facts. So that's why I say I know Tech. He's gonna be proud of you. I know he's proud of you because when he comes down, he's gonna have a fan base or a new fan base built, the old fan base, and then he's gonna be able to. Me and my guys always like to say like we send ladders down for each other. So he's climbing the ladder. When he gets to his level, he's gonna drop that ladder down and pull me up, and then we just gonna keep pulling each other up. So I know when he gets home, when he comes home, I know he's gonna be ready for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about Tech 9 real quick. Has there been any updates on his release? Any appeals or anything going on? Or chat me up on that.
Well, he has his time. He ended up getting 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Out of 6 years, 10 years, he did 5 in a year. He was out on bond. So in the state of Texas, you come up at your halfway point on a aggravated case, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which means he came up last year at his 5th year. He was denied. So he comes back up right now. It's been altogether 6 years. So he come back up in September of this year, and we gonna pray for
success,
good things to happen. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so speaking about the old days with UNLV and Yellow Boy and Tech 9, I know I was listening to some of our other interviews. Tell me more about the beef that you guys had with Partners in Crime and how that kind of started. And tell me, because I obviously I heard you had said before that it got real serious between you guys. So let me know what kind of started that beef between you guys and kind of go from there.
Well, what actually started, like I said, we had like 3 different stories what actually started. But my point of view, what started it was, I thought they wasn't fucking with a nigga behind one of the partner baby mamas that I was dealing with at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was that. At the same time, I thought it was they was mad with us because we denied them from signing with Cash Money. Well, I ain't gonna say denied them. I'm gonna say we auditioned them to sign for Cash Money, and we told baby them that we wasn't feeling them or whatever. So that's what I thought caused them to start like beefing with us, hating on us.
Okay, so let me ask you why. Why did you guys not want them with Cash Money? Just to throw that out there.
It wasn't we didn't want them with Cash Money. We didn't think they had enough talent to get with Cash Money.
Okay, facts.
Yep. We didn't know them not to just want them with, you know what I mean? And,
right.
And obviously being Slim, them trusted us to know talent enough to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, shouts out to them right now. They doing their thing, been doing their thing since they won. You know, right. But obviously we didn't think they was out there, was ready. And right. At the same time, we saw, one of them, Kango Slim, shouts out to Kango. We thought Kango was trying to be another Tech 9, you know what I'm saying? So we had something, we felt we had something to do with being Slim and them saying, nah, we ain't fucking with that.
Okay, so that's where you said the beef starts. So is that where it turned kind of into the street stuff? Because they was like, F them, you know what I'm saying?
It turned to the street stuff because, like I said, back then we didn't even know these. They didn't know us, nothing about us or whatever. But the street stuff started once they signed with Big Boy or whatever. We heard they went to making diss records, and we went to making diss records. So that really, frustrated us, as well as them. I guess we took it to the street from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we figured, every time, and they knew as well as we knew. When we see it, it's on sight. You know what I'm saying? When we see each other, it's on sight. And it was like that for years. You know what I mean? It was like that for years. Okay.
So was there ever any physical altercations between you two?
Yeah, it got physical. It got physical. Actually, Yella and Mr. Mina had a fight.
Okay.
They got into a fight in a club called Mr. B's on Washington Avenue.
I've heard about that. I've heard some crazy stuff happen there too.
One-on-one thing. You know what I mean? Me and Tech was right there. I mean, I'm not gonna try to make us look better than them or them look better than us, but I don't remember Kango Slim nowhere around. I remember Prime Time. He was in there. Now, the reason why we didn't scrap whatever, I guess it wasn't that, but Yella and Misdemeanor really fought. You know what I'm saying? It was a one-on-one fight, and he got it in. You heard me?
Okay. So speaking of Yella, because I've gotten a lot of people ask a lot of questions about him. Could you give us some more backstory on Yella as the person, the personality? Because, you know, we hear there's a lot of stories out there. I just want to get, you know, from your perspective, you were one of his best homeboys. You were in the group with him. So give me some backstory on Yella, how he was, how he handled himself in the street, you know, things like that.
I'll put it to you like this, bro. Yella was one of a kind, dog. He'll never, ever be another YO, dog. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I mean, he was the type of person that the average person wouldn't believe this was really this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what I mean by that, I'm going to give you an example. Excuse me.
Good, brother.
Yellow, if we was in town, you know, I'm talking about once we started, you know, touring with the rap stuff, whatever, the only way Yellow wouldn't go to church on Sundays, bro, if we wasn't in town. First of all, you know, a lot of people wouldn't, they probably don't know that. You know, I know they wouldn't know that.
Right.
He played drums for his church since he was 3 years old, dude. Literally. Okay. The whole drum set. Not just no drum, you know what I'm saying? Man, Yella, he was super talented, dog. Before he started rapping, he actually was a dancer. And we used to drive him, you know, back then, you know, they had little mills dancing and doing all different kind of dances in New Orleans, the shoulders, and, you know, after break dance and stuff came out, we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because all males down there used to break dance. But after break dance, you know, ain't too many males used to actually do the dances. Only a chosen few dudes used to do. These niggas really used to move their bodies in, you know, with the shoulders and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't move like that, bro.
Coldest nigga. Huh?
I said I can't move like that, bro. All that shoulder shit.
I'm talking about all that shit.
Yeah, I can't do that shit.
Yella was one of the coldest niggas in New Orleans with that shit, dog. I'm telling you.
Okay.
He was cold with it. He was so cold with it. We told that we used to, you know, he was already fucking was our nigga. We used to hang, you know, all us come up together. So, you know, whenever we moved, all us used to move. You know what I'm saying? But he got so cold that shit. We literally told him, man, we want you to dance with us with that, you know, while we rap, do that dance shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Yella was like, man, fuck that, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm ready to grab that fucking mic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we was like, fucking right, that what we talking about, nigga. What we talking about? So he got better and better with, you know, that rap shit. First, when he came with us, you know, with the opinion about, well, with telling us that he wanted to join the group, I was against it. Tech was like, yeah, dog, let's give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you why Tech was so quick to want to give him a shot, because I want Tech to tell you when he come on. Okay. You know, but I was against it at first, right? Such and such went on, whatever. Now, all right, let's get a nigga a shot, dog. And that was all she wrote, dog. I'm talking about Eddie Bile came up, bro, and that was it, dog. Yeah, it was it, bro. Yeah,
I've been seeing some crazy TikTok videos with that Eddie Bile in there, where folks are doing dances to that now. So I think that's real cool to see that still popping. You know what I'm saying? So how did he move around in the streets? Because, you know, everybody knows. I mean,
I was gonna get to that too. Okay, you know. I don't want you to feel like I'm being biased. You know what I'm saying? Tell you all the good shit about my nigga, like my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100. You know that, dog. Yeah. For real.
Well, you're supposed to sing his praises. I want you to sing his praises, too.
For us, the streets, man, everywhere he went, he got love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, you know, nigga fuck with him. Y'all couldn't go too many places where nigga just didn't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And I think by he was so comfortable with that, he never understood, you know, the fame and who he was, you know what I'm saying, around the time when he left, dog. And, you know, I always say, you know, that probably, you know, that could have been something too, you know? Yeah. You know, because, man, Yella was like, he was like that, dog, for real. He was like that. I mean, he bothered by the street or whatever, but he just felt like, you know, man, I'm me, dog. This is me. And he was like that since day one, you know what I mean? Just like that. Okay. He screamed with everything, too, you know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. So kind of describing him, man, it's funny that because I know a lot of people always say that Soulja Slim is kind of like the Tupac of New Orleans, but it almost sounds like Yella was, you know, in that mode too. I mean, he started off as a dancer, just like Pac. You know, he came out with that major diss song, just like Pac. And, you know, and he ended up getting shot, just like Pac, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's got some of those same, you know, Tupac similarities with him too.
I mean, all of us acknowledge Slim like the Pac. I mean, I don't take nothing from him. I still would say he was out in New Orleans Tupac, but I think the only reason people don't look at Yella like that because he was with a group. You know, it was me and Tech as well. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't him. But if Yella was a solo artist, dog, Yella people probably saying the same thing about it. They definitely was on the same level.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now what about the influence? Because a lot of people said, like, I've been watching videos and stuff, and I've seen some people's opinions, and they were saying that he kind of had his own style too that a lot of people from New Orleans tried to steal from. So can you speak on that?
Man, Yella made up so many slangs, and I mean, you know, we all trendsetters as far as the music concerned. But outside of music, this dude got people who had a whole hood literally talking like him, bro. Literally, and this ain't got nothing to do with rap, just him being him personally, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, he is charisma, bro. I mean, he was one of the, you know, that motherfucker was serious, man. Oh, my dude, bro. I miss him dearly, dog.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, because like I said, I've been seeing a lot of little interviews and stuff where people been shouting him out and telling little stories about that. So I just wanted to see, you know, get some more insight on that. All right, so I know
what I don't like, let me add this right quick. What I don't like about, you know, not just the internet, but especially New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? New Orleans will speak on who killed Yella. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody want to know kill him. I understand that. Fuck, I definitely want to know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like that shit is overshadowed who Yella was and what he did for the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear people saying the same thing about Slim. You know, they'll say, they saying who killed him, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they still talk about the talent that he had and what he brought to the industry. And I mean, I definitely want Slim to get his flowers, but I think motherfuckers really forget about Yella, you know what I'm saying? In those times, in those conversations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And man, my dog was definitely one of the coolest lyricists in the city. Nigga wasn't fucking with that man with no pen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about unorthodox, all that type of shit. You know, he brought a lot to the game, bro, and we ain't gonna let it be forgot. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
He gonna live through us long as we here, you heard me?
Facts. That's facts. All right, so I know the last time we talked, you told me about Master P was being interested in buying UNLV and BG. Now I gotta ask you this. So I know, you know, he was interested. Would you guys have been interested in going?
At that time, you fucking right. That was our first fallout with Cash Money as I mean, it wasn't a fallout, but it was our first disagreement with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we would have went, no doubt. We would have went. But right now, I'm glad we didn't go after seeing how everything went or whatever. I'm glad we didn't go because it wasn't our time to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be on that level, period. You know, that's why, I mean, nothing, no bad business with people. I never dealt business with him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But as far as, I feel like timing is everything. Then we was mad because he didn't let us go. But I don't think, you know, that shit lasted maybe 2 years. We were like, man, we glad we didn't go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had their deal already, and we was at real comfortable. So we were like, man, I'm glad we did make that decision for us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, so let's say you guys did go. Let's say, you know, let's just hypothetically say you guys did go. What do you think the outcome would have been? Because personally, this is just me personally, I think you guys fit with No Limit a whole lot. Like, I feel like you guys style, you guys sound, rapping over KLC. I mean, I can hear that. I can see where that would fit. So chat me up. How you think it would have went down?
I'm gonna tell you like this, and not being cocky about it, but being super confident about it. we definitely would have been in the top 3 sellers on that fucking label, if not #1. They wasn't fucking with the U, man. You crazy, man. And KL, like you said, KL is like a fresh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on, dog. We made our own music and concepts and hooks. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have nobody like telling us, man, y'all need to rap about this. You know, that's us, bro. You feel me?
Right.
That's us. Every time we got in the studio with Cash Money or whoever, you know what I'm saying? We coming to the table with us.
Right.
They don't have to say, look, dog, y'all need to do this. Y'all need nah, dog. So, and with KL, like a manual over there, I can't see nothing but we would have had the same type of success. We would have been great.
Yeah, because I'm just sitting here, like, when I was thinking of some of these questions, I was just sitting here thinking of, like, that, you know, that the fuck them other niggas beat. You know, that, like, I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, man, UNLV would damn near destroy this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like. Man,
we actually work with KL, too. So, I mean, I know the feeling with that dude. I mean, man, we work with KL. We got, like, 3 joints with 6 shot in KL, dog. With KL producing them. When I tell you them songs serious, man.
Yeah. I mean, because KLC, and he's one of those producers. I feel like I know when we did the Cash Money First Class thing, we all talked about Manny Fresh, you know, being one of the best producers, and him not even really getting his flowers. And I feel like KLC, if he wasn't #1, or I mean, it's between him and Manny Fresh as being the best producers out of New Orleans, especially at that time. Just I mean, there just was nobody better, and I feel like he doesn't get the flowers or the talk that he should get.
Hold on, I got one more. I can't let you forget about one more. Man, you ain't never heard of Precise?
Yeah, I heard of Precise.
Okay, well you can't never whenever you mention Fresh, you gotta mention KL and Precise.
Okay.
Ain't nobody else on that level for his 3-headed giant. You know what I mean? The dudes, them dudes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, dog. And I've been blessed to work with all of them. Right now, we working like when once Tech touchdown, we getting at least 4 tracks from Sites. And
nice.
That'll complete my mission of the tracks, the trackmen that I want to work with in New Orleans.
Nice. Okay.
Man, it's a blessed career, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, so we brought up Soulja Slim, so I'm gonna touch back on this real quick, Paul. There was supposedly a beef between him and Master P before Slim's passing. So, what do you know about the beef between those two?
Not much. Not but what I heard, what I see on the internet, So, you know, I don't know about it. I ain't gonna speak on it.
Right. Yeah, they said it had to do with some money. So from what I hear, I heard an interview with that artist. You may know him. His name is Crazy. He's with No Limit. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, Crazy was an artist with No Limit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. He said that. They had a beef because I guess when Slim got out of jail, P was giving him X amount of dollars. You know, then he went and got locked back up again, and when he got out, P wasn't giving him the same money. Obviously, P's, his company was starting to go down because this was like in 01 or something like that, and it started a beef, kind of, financially, artists feel like he's owed more, deserves more, that kind of whole thing. So that's what I heard the beef was. Did you want to speak on that?
Damn. I don't know, dog, but I do know that Slim, Slim was a street cat, you know what I'm saying? Slim had other beef with people. If he did have beef with people, he had other beef with people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I do know that. I don't have no proof of who done nothing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, that's what Crazy was saying. Crazy was with No Limit, I do know that.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
So I feel like people don't have no reason to lie, but man, you just don't be knowing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What reason do Crazy have to lie? You're a reliable source, because he was in the camp. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, I don't know, dog.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. So I know before we had talked about this, and I forgot. To make sure I had this guy. I think this was one of the off camera interviews we had, or at times we had talked. You give me your top 5 Cash Money albums. I'm not talking about the new stuff, Young Money, and I'm saying, let's say 2004 and back. What are your favorite Cash Money albums, or what do you think? Maybe not say, what do you think are the top 5 Cash Money albums?
The top 5 Cash Money albums. Number 1, gotta be 400 Degrees.
Got to be.
Number 2, gotta be Uptown for Life.
I'm with you on that.
Wait, I'm gonna name the artist and the album because that's gonna help me think about it. You can check it out. All right. I see Juvenile 400 Degrees, number 1. UNLV Uptown for Life, number 2. BG Chopper City, number 3. UNLV Magnolia Calio, number 4. And gotta. Which one of Wayne album sold the most units when he went on? That was after that was 2 of them.
So those albums, that was the Carter 2 or actually the Carter 3. The Carter 3 was the one that sold 1 million copies in the first week.
I'm gonna see. Oh, damn.
So the Carter 3, that's the one with Miss Officer and and all of that.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was hot too. Okay.
That's it. By fault, dog. By fault.
Okay. See, okay. So me, I'm gonna name mine. I would go 400 Degrees with you. I'm gonna go Uptown for Life. I'm gonna go Chopper City, BG. I'm gonna go. Man, it's rough there. I'm gonna go BG again, Chopper City and the Ghetto, and then I'm gonna go the Big Timers. How You Love That. I like that album a lot.
For sure.
Yeah. That's
I like a few singles on the Big Time album, but I can honestly say I never liked the whole Big Timers album. You asked me about album, you know what I'm saying?
Right, the whole album.
Listen to that Big Timers from start to end.
I can, man.
I couldn't do that to none of those albums.
For some reason, that's the thing. That's the one thing I do respect about Baby, Birdman as a rapper, because he will come out and say, I'm not a rapper, I'm a game spitter. So I don't go into it looking for him to drop no crazy bars. He just talks some spending money type shit.
Yeah, let me tell you, and he the best at that shit too. But check it out, the funny part, B been wanting to do that shit since day one, man. Go back to I Need a Bag of Dope. We was actually helping him write raps.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We was helping him write rap. B been wanting to spit. He been wanting to spit, but he never wanted to rap. So he mastered what he doing. He in his own lane with that shit.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. Since we talking about Birdman, this just popped in my mind, so I didn't use my notes for this. Where do you rank Birdman as far as greatest CEOs of all time? Because he had put on his Instagram, they do all these lists for top 10, top 15, top 50 artists, but they never do CEOs. So where would you put him up there as far as just CEOs of companies, with your Diddy's, your Jermaine Dupri's, your Suge Knights, your Dame Dashes of the world? Where would you rank him?
Man, definitely in the top 3. Definitely. And I'm not saying that because I was a part of the label, but I know what I've learned from them. And I watched what they still doing.
Right.
Man, you gotta ain't no way you can't consider them the greatest, bro. For real.
Now that's facts.
You had CEOs that was on that level as well. You had CEOs like Quincy John, Motown, them people, man.
Right.
Man, them people, that's who we up there with. Him and Slim up there with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Shugs, you know what I'm saying? The P. Diddy's or whatever. I wouldn't say P. Diddy on that level, because P. Diddy, how should I say it without, hold on. And hold on, let me think how I'm gonna say this shit because P Diddy really classifies a fire CEO like that. You know what I'm saying? P Diddy fired for reinventing himself and staying out and relevant and stuff like that before being as productive. That's what I want to say. Being as productive as your Barry Gordy. You know what I mean? These babies, CEOs like that have been for so many years on that level. So that's why I would say P Diddy is one of them.
Right. So me personally, I would put Birdman as number one. I mean, because I don't think there's. I mean, especially in hip hop, I don't think there's anybody that's done what he's done, especially over the time. Because I mean, he started out with you guys, the Hot Boys, and the big timers, and that built everything up to then it was just Wayne. Then he got Young Money with Drake and the Nickies, and and I think he sold some like.
I mean, he never had a fallout period. I mean, consistency and persistency is everything.
That's
dog.
Facts.
Everything. And I mean, you gotta come on, dog. Them dudes, bro. And to come from that club, man, I'm a bad man, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Just being on the ride, being a part of that foundation, being a part of that rock. You gotta. I feel like anything a part of something great gotta have greatness inside them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean.
For real.
Yeah, because I mean, just considering.
It wouldn't have been a Cash Money without a UNLV. Like you said on your thing. It wouldn't have been a Drake. It wouldn't have been a little Nicki Minaj.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We did what we supposed to do. You know what I mean? We done what their plan was to do. You know what I mean?
Y'all built that foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some real shit though. Like that's some real shit. Without y'all, it would be no them. Now who's to say they may have been able to do it somewhere, some other kind of way if it was God's plan. But to go the Cash Money route without UNLV putting them bricks down, the world wouldn't have had that.
Thanks.
All right, so let me ask you about this, bro. So I know last time we got to talking about T.I. and Boosie for a little bit, and I told you about how he is kind of the same situation as Gangsta Williams. Well, okay, so Boosie came back out, and now he's back working with T.I. So how do you feel about people first disrespecting, calling somebody a rat, and then gonna turn around and then start working with him again? Is it for the money, or what do you think about it?
That's contradicting yourself, for one.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what made you contradict yourself, but that's definitely contradicting yourself.
Yeah. So I agree, because he went on there, on Lad TV, and he kind of went off on T.I., and then he just had this other interview where he's saying, they still gonna come out with the album, they still gonna do this. I think he did it for the money. So I know, there is that code everybody talks about, like that G code, where you don't supposed to deal with rats, you're not supposed to associate with rats. But it's starting to seem like it's kind of what I was talking on the phone about, to who I was telling you had called me before, about how does money give you a pass when in a situation like that? So what do you think about that?
Man, I think, damn, it's like,
it's tough, ain't it?
You're looking at business on one end, and you're looking at some street shit on the other end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that street shit ain't feeding you if you ain't in the street no more, for one. If you're trying to take care of business, you gotta act like you're a Libra and weigh yourself. That's all the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, I think you saying fuck your morals at the end of the day. If you choose the business side and say, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get this bag, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in the street, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. You going against your morals, don't ever say those are your morals again, bro. That's all.
That's facts. That's facts. Okay, so hypothetically, let's say you find out either one of your artists ends up doing something like that. Would you cut ties with them, or would you work it out? How would you handle that? Like if they label one of your artists a snitch, it just all comes out. would you continue to work with him, or would you just cut from that brand? It's tough. I'm getting tough with you today, bro.
Man, I would say probably it depends on what type of artist he is. I mean, if he a street artist and he preaching that street shit, dog, I'm gonna have to cut you loose. But if you're an artist and you in a whole nother market or whatever, I ain't got nothing to do with you being a rat. You ain't rat on me. I'm gonna do business with you. But that, far as me making money off you, I know I won't be able to make no money off on you, putting you in the street like that if you in that lane.
Right.
But if you're not, I do business with you. You ain't never rat me. You ain't rat on me.
Okay.
I know a whole bunch of niggas that done ratted on people. Ain't never ratted on me. I ain't saying I fuck with them. I do business with them, but I know how to deal with them. Right.
Right. I think that's what it boils down to. If you, as long as you know how to move around them, then that's just how you got to handle yourself. All right. So there's another question. There's been folks that have been asking in my inbox. So I like I said, I try to ask some of these questions that folks be asking me to pop off. So okay, so that there was a picture of Gangsta Williams in the club, and I don't know if you've seen it. I can send it to you, but he was in the club. It was it was a bunch of I talked to him about it. There's a bunch of steppers around, and there's a picture of him and I guess Hot Boy Sterling. He was sitting on his lap in the club. Now, he said that was known for folks in New Orleans to do stuff like that, take pictures like that. I want your thoughts on, because, you from there. Let me know, was that a fad, or is that cap, or, chat me up?
That's how it was back in the G. I mean, mainly a lot of people, trying to get in your pictures, and you running with a mob, you having all your whole hood with your shit. Everybody trying to get in the picture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that never really, to New Orleans people, I don't think New Orleans people look at that as being engaged like that. Nah.
Okay, yeah, because
I wouldn't. Nah.
Yeah, that was that. Like a lot of people was asking me to ask you that. They were saying, some folks said what you said, and then some folks were saying that that we didn't do stuff like that in New Orleans. So I'm
lean out, everybody do all that, kneel down, and half the time think about it, you kneeling down and a nigga standing up, like that or something, you kneeling out right there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, we never thought no shit like that, man.
Okay, that's real shit. That's real shit. Because like I said, a lot of folks, they made a big thing about that. You know what I'm saying, with him, and that's that's definitely understood. Okay, let me ask you, between the group members, did you guys ever have any physical altercations between you guys?
Definitely. Check and Yella had about 3 fights before. Me and Yella had 1 fight. As adults, you got to think, me and Yella was 2 years old coming up. So as kids, nigga, we fought damn near every other day.
Oh yeah.
Literally, man. So but for altercations in a group, ain't never been no physical altercations or not even no verbal altercations about what was going on in the group, and had any kind of effect on our group. But as adults, we did, we had a couple of fights. But like I said, I remember Tech and Yella had 2 fights. Me and Yella had 1 fight as adult, and me and Tech had 1 fight as adult.
All right, so let me ask you this, because I'm a deep dive on this one too. Do you remember what they were about, what the fights were about?
Hell yeah. Nigga. See, you my dog, shit. I was gonna hold this for my shit, but I give you excluded. I don't never hold my nuts on you, dog.
Facts.
Never. Check it out. Hold on. We had the Singer Theater. It was called 1108 at the time, right? A club. It was a club, but it was like a big ass theater on Canal Street.
Okay.
And we had a concert in there, right? So, matter of fact, the picture is that picture that you probably see around when we have on flannels. I'm leaning on Yella on a chair.
Yeah.
And Check, Yella sitting in the chair, me and Check on each side. that night of that concert, that's where we was at the Singer, right?
Okay.
So me and Yella got into a physical altercation that night. And what happened was, we ended up doing this time, I'm tripping. This round, my fucking mental days, when I was like this tripping, going in and out of hospitals, and you know what I'm saying? So we goes and all us goes there together. So they got the dressing room set up, and everything nice, and you know, they got the fruits and all that kind of shit. But they only got one big room, so we used to having our own rooms. You know what I'm saying? We got our own dressing room and everything in there. So we all thinking like, damn, I wonder who all this shit for, man. They only got one, you know. So we find out it's for everybody. Y'all are thinking that I'm still tripping, and he trying to make sure I don't trip or whatever. I don't know if you call himself trying to protect me or protect us or whatever. I don't know to this day, because he gone. I can't ask him that. Never got to change. But anyway, he felt like, you know, I would violate because I went to get put my fruits on the plate. He thought I was tripping doing that shit because, you know, like I'm saying, I was doing my days.
Oh, okay.
When I was tripping. So he was like, man, I told you don't touch them people shit. And I was like, man, what the fuck you trying, you know, we had words. So he said, man, I told you don't touch them people shit. Dog, nigga snuck me, bam. He snuck me, right? Bam, I dropped the plate. He ain't hit me and rushed me, snuck me. So I put my shit down, went in the blender. Brrr, that was a wrap. Bam. Dapped off, went on stage. Like maybe 20 minutes later, we went on stage, shit was over. That was our fight as adults.
No, okay.
Now, me and Tech fight as adults was on some block shit. You dig? He fucking tripping during this time. He going through his addictive stage, right? Right. So he goes, my uncle tell him, and my uncle was a fiend, right? My uncle tell him, man, y'all hit your stash. You dig? Just out the room. He tweaked out already. He famed out. He believed this shit because I guess, you know, he like, oh man, he ain't thinking regular because he all the way out there. Right. So, bam, we got to, I got him. I'm like, damn, dog, can't believe I'm really pissed off because you let this nigga tell you, you know, he like, man, it's your uncle, why didn't you gonna lie to me? I'm like, all right, come on, fuck it. We scrap, boom. The cool part about it, and the funny part about it to this day, he'll tell you the same thing too, dog. He's Tech probably about 6'7", right? He about 5'6", 6'7". I'm about 5'4", all the way 5'4", you know what I'm saying? So he kind of taller, way taller than me. Right. I got him. I put them dogs on him. I got him. He felt played. I knew he wasn't going to shoot me. He had the thing on him. Pulled out the thing and shot and aimed at my foot. He said, bitch, I ought to kill you. I said, man, fuck it. That nigga shot at my foot and I jumped up like, bitch, you gonna shoot at me? Said, bro, you laughed and I laughed. I was like, bitch, you retarded. That shit was crazy, dog. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's what's shit, up. Bro. Hey.
We laugh, man. Shit be so funny thinking about that type of shit now, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
My story I want to give my people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was good. That was good right there, man. That was good right there. All right, so let me see here. Another one we had, and I think I've asked you about this one before. I'm gonna ask you again just to get a little bit more clarity on it. So since we are speaking about Yella a little bit, there was one about Yella chasing Turk over a dispute, and Turk says that he hid from Yella.
I told the Turk about that, bro. I know you can hold that. You can go ahead and finish it, but I'll go ahead and answer what you
Okay, and he was just saying because you know he heard Yella didn't play those games. He wasn't if he was coming for you, then he was coming for you. So he said he hid out in the school or hid out somewhere in one of the hallways or something.
Thing, bro. And I was amazed when he told me. I was like, man, you serious, dog? We ain't never like. We always applauded the hot boys, man. Them boys ain't never looked in our eyes like them niggas got something to do with us, not with dog. However he took it, he said, you know what I mean? Nah, bro, nah. We applaud the hot boys, man.
Yeah. So
Personally, I thought that was a smart move because they had just got the deal and they were trying to broaden their roster at the time. So they had to get a group You know what I mean? Because Juvie was a solo artist. BG and what? Excuse me. BG and Wayne had begun to be solo artists.
Right.
So they got to feel like, you know, I mean, they got a deal, whatever, you know, it all makes sense. And I always thought that they was trying to get a group to refill that, but at the same time, they were trying to recreate a UNLV with a full member. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Let me see here. I'm trying to go through. I'm looking through here because these folks they had sent me some questions to make sure I ask. Okay, so with the with Cash Money Records starting you know, in New Orleans, and I know that was a you know, it's a one of the murder capitals, one of the drug capitals of the world. There's a lot of that goes on there. Did Cash Money? What do you believe Cash Money was funded by drug money?
Do I believe that? I can't say, because what's funny to me, you know, I heard a lot of stories about them dudes, you know, once we got with them. But before that, I never heard of a baby brother Eldridge. I never heard of Baby. And they man, it's crazy, dog. I got so much to say, dog. Look, bro.
Let me know.
My sister, it's all in my document and everything, dog. It's like my sister went to school with them guys, and she knew them real good. I'm talking about junior high school at Worcester. I wasn't there yet, but she knew them real good. And her knowing, you know, what she knew, what she told me from them or whatever, you know, they always had paper. She never get money off the street or nothing like that, but there was always paper involved. They always had a lot of money, boy. Like MB5s when nobody ain't have none, you know what I'm saying? They had a real good relationship. My sister passed 2 years ago, and I got a call from Slim, actually. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, you know, we sorry to hear Nell died and shit like that, but she knew more of that than me. I never knew. And I was a young nigga, but I wasn't never no young nigga that was just lame. You know what I'm saying? I knew what was happening on the street. I knew the big timers when I was 8 years old and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I didn't know nothing about them being none of those big timers. So I don't know. You know, I can't say that that's where their money come from. You know what I mean? Because like I said, my sister used to tell me about them going by their daddy bar. You know, passing by their bar, and you know they was too young to go in there, but they had nice crowds and you know all kind of cars. So I don't know nothing about them. You know, having drugs coming up off that. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So that, but it was true that, you know, Birdman being, you know, since he was a little bit older, they did have, because, you know, they say he was the #1 stunner. He had like 10, 12 cars by the time he was, you know, 18, 19 years old. All that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
All that's true. But I usually be puzzled too, dog, because, you know what I'm saying? We come from the block. UNLV personally, we come from the fucking block. When we was on the block when Cash Money met us. And I felt like if that statement would have been true, they would have been chunked somehow fucking way. And, you know, they ain't never even attempted or even talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's what's up. Well, hey, that's all I got for us this time, man. So any final comments you want to say? Anything you want to finish up saying, wrapping it up?
Man, look, dog, I just want, they say I'll be sending shots out and all that kind of shit. Man, I just want to send shots out to all my supporters from day one up until now. You know, go cop that new shit. Look on YouTube. Look on WorldStar. Anything you see Lil Yob UNLV, fuck with it. It's the setup for my dog coming home. Fuck with my little homie Ebro as my artist on my label. You know what I'm saying? My podcast coming out, you know, and I got a lot of insight and tricks up my trade coming from my homie O'Shea and my homie Young Turk. You dig? So yeah, man, holla at me. Fuck with me. You wait me. You don't see me again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you know how we do it, man. Until next time, man. I will see you next time, my friend.
On top, dog.